this week's advanced drum groove. I just dropped something, bear with me here. All right, drop part of my ear. My in-ear, not my physical ear. All right, this week's drum groove challenge. We're gonna be playing paradiddles, but instead of playing them as 16th notes like you normally would, we're playing them as triplets. So what I mean by that, your paradiddle, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, generally play it as 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. With this groove, we're playing them as triplets. So we're still playing in 4/4, but the way we're counting the paradiddles is 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So with the second measure, you're actually going to start with your left hand. So first measure, obviously, you're starting with your right hand. Second measure, you start with your left. It takes 2 measures for you to come back around to where you're going to start with your right again. So again, we're still playing right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. We're just counting them differently. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So I've created an easier groove just to get the hang of this. So let's go over that first, and then we'll dive into the real challenge. If you're wanting the sheet music, it is attached to the video, by the way, so be sure to check that out. So we're going to the easier groove here. What I'm going to do is play every downbeat with the kick drum. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll be playing my right hand on the hat, left hand on the snare, playing those paradiddles as triplets. So I'm going to put my metronome here on 80 beats per minute. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's our easier version. We can also play this with our right hand on the ride. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there you have it. Now let's go to the much harder one. That one can be a challenge on its own, so if that's a little tricky for you, by all means, practice that one for the week as your challenge. If it gets a little easier for you and you want to try the next one, well, here it is. So we're keeping the same general idea. We're still playing paradiddles as triplets. We're going to be right hand on the ride, left hand on the snare. What's going to make this more of a challenge is our kick pattern, and we're throwing in a couple accents. We're going to be accenting the bell of the ride here and there. We're going to be throwing in an accent on the snare here and there. Still playing paradiddles though. We're not changing our sticking pattern with our hands. Let's cover the feet first. So we're going to be playing downbeats with the hat. This may help you with just counting it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. The kick is going to be 2 hits. So let me just show you. It's a little easier than trying to explain it. Also look at the sheet music, that always helps. So we've got 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're still with that triplet fill. We're playing, basically we're playing 2 beats and then we have 2 rest beats. So all of those kick beats are evenly spaced. I hope that makes sense. So again, I'll play it one more time for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's what our feet are doing. And then our hands on top of this Again, we're playing paradiddles as triplets between the ride and the snare. What we're going to be doing here is accenting or hitting the bell. It's hard to explain again. Alternating hitting the bell and just the middle of the ride. So I'll show you with just the hands what that looks like. Okay, so we're alternating hitting the bell in the middle of the ride each time our right hand plays through those paradiddles. And then we just start over with the first beat on the ride just to make it all a little more cohesive. So again, I'll show that. Okay, and then we've got our accents on the snare. So we're going to be accenting the 4 in the first measure, and then in the second measure we'll be accenting the third triplet of beat 3. So 3 triplets. Okay. Measure 1, we're accenting just 1, 2, 3. Measure 2, 1, 2, 3 triplets. Okay. Let me show you that just with everything together. I'm going to count the downbeat on the hat, just to make it a little easier for me to count it. All right, clear as mud, right? So let's put it all together here. I'm going to play this first here at 120 beats per minute. Again, I don't know what's going on. My in-ears are falling apart. Here we go. All right, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start over, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can probably tell my right foot here is the weak link. I'm having trouble syncopating that those hits just the way they're spaced. So I'll be practicing on this week as well. I'm sorry, y'all. My in-ears really are just driving me crazy here. Okay, I'm going to up the tempo here. Let's take it up to 140. So there's the pattern. Be practicing on that. Have fun with it. As always, you can check out the sheet music for this just to make it a little easier to see what we're doing here. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. And everyone, I hope you're having a great weekend. Take care.